Dear students, today I will teach you letter to the editor. Earlier I told you that there are two types of letters, formal and informal. Letter to the editor is a formal letter. In the formal letters, we use appropriate format, layout. What is the format of a formal letter? We start with the sender's address, means our address, then date, then receiver's address, followed by subject, then salutation, and then complimentary close. I will explain all these things to you while going through the actual letter. Now coming to the content part, the ideas should be relevant, they should be suitable to the occasion, and should be presented in a very coherent way, in a very proper way. They should not be haphazard, they should have some connection. Use connectors appropriately. There are so many connectors, but while therefore we have to use them very appropriately, and whenever we start a new paragraph, we should leave proper indentation, and there should be minimum 3 paragraphs if you can write. Then coming to the expression part, there should be grammatical accuracy, spelling should be correct, and marks are given for coherence, relevance of ideas, and style, the way you write, compound sentences, complex sentences, the fluency of writing. Then next point is important points to remember while drafting letters. We write the letters in full block format. Nowadays we don't use the old format, we use block format, means we start from the left side and we write all the format part on the left hand side only, and state your reason for writing in the first paragraph and stay on track. Means when you begin your content, we should open our paragraph with the reason for writing. Why are we writing this letter? What is the purpose of writing the letter? You can use strongly worded vocabulary, but you should be courteous and use polite language, and your tone should be pleasant. You should not be harsh. Your language should be appropriate. You should not brag about yourself, means you should keep restraint on yourself. You should not introduce yourself too much, and it should be avoided. Avoid using informal expressions, greetings or contracted forms of words. The language should be simple and straightforward and to the point. And leave a line or additional space between paragraphs since no indentation is followed. Open punctuation to be followed means you should not use punctuation marks in the format part. Don't mix up the old format and new format, means writing both sides on the left hand side and right hand side. It should not be like that, like as it was in the old format. And in the letter to the editor, don't ask the editor to solve the problems, because editor, the work of editor is to publish your ideas in the newspaper, not to solve your problems. It is not a sort of complaint. And you use, or we use, yours truly as a complimentary clause. Yours faithfully can also be used. Now coming to the purpose of writing letter to the editor. Sometimes we write a letter to the editor to express and share one's observation and views in the public forum, namely magazine or newspaper. We want to share some observations, our own observations, to share such information which have relevance to the social issues, or it may be a matter of social importance. And since it is a formal letter and for the public, it should show your opinion clearly or tell people something interesting or new. Sometimes you can be direct and feel quite personal, and you can use I, we and you. I will show you in the letters how we use all these things. Now coming to in which way we should write the letter. It may consist of 2 or 3 paragraphs, and in the beginning you will introduce the topic and the writer's opinion, and it should contain main points, problems with regions, details, and further point to support main point. If you write something supporting the topic with regions and with examples, you can give suggestions also. And what have you done, or what actions can be taken, or what actions have been taken so far, and what government can do. All these things should be mentioned. You can give your opinion, and you can request the authorities through this medium, and you will end the letter with the subscription part, like yours truly, yours faithfully, etc. Then coming to the connectors that we generally use in it, because after, then, in fact, actually, but, also, therefore, next, and there are so many other connectors are there which are used in the letters. So we should have knowledge about them. And very important point is that because you are assessed for all these things, that you should ensure that your letter is grammatically correct and no spelling errors and correctly punctuated. If I talk about the body of the letter has beginning, middle and end. Beginning, therefore I talked about the three paragraphs: beginning, middle and end. And reason for writing, you should be very clear about it. And the facts you are presenting, make a list and put the facts in logical order, whatever facts you want to present. And what do you want the person receiving the letter to do for you? What is your purpose of writing it? And as I have told you that it should have proper complementary prose. And some hints I am giving to you, like how to write date. Date in formal letter is written like as it is mentioned here, 27 September 2011, or you can write this way also, September 27 2011. And you can also write as today's date is 25th July 2020, or July 25, 2020. In salutation, the first letter of the first word and the last word is written in capital letters. Salutation means like sir or madam. This way you will write. Usually facts are written in simple present tense in letters to the editor. Most of the time we use only simple present tense to write letters to the editors. Now I will show you some examples. So here is one example. You have noticed many stray animals on the road during the busy hours of the day. These animals cause traffic jams as well as accidents. You have already written to the concerned authorities, but no action has been taken so far. Write a letter to the editor of leading newspaper telling him about the nuisance created by stray animals. You have a question and you have to write a letter to the editor. You know the format of the letter to the editor. First we write our own address, then date. You can see the way of writing date also. Then the editor, the Times of India, Kolkata. See, the editor, many of the students commit mistake here. They commit a lot of mistakes. Sometimes they write the editor E small. Don't write small e. It should be capital. The editor E should be capital. The initial word of these the editor are capital. T capital, E capital. Okay. The Times of India, the name of the newspaper, and the initial letters of every word are capital. The T capital, Times T capital, and India I capital. This way. And the place, Kolkata. Sir. And one more thing that I told you earlier, that need not put punctuation marks. So there are no punctuation marks here in the address part, and then date, then the editor, the Times of India, Kolkata, but there are no punctuation marks. And even after sir, there is no punctuation marks. And you can see at the end also, yours faithfully, yours truly, there is no punctuation marks. So we can avoid it. We need not write, we need not put punctuation marks in the format. Subject, Then subject is nuisance caused by stray animals. Where from the subject came? You have got it from the question itself. In the question, it was mentioned that that many stray animals on the road during the busy hours of the day, and they are creating nuisance. So the topic is appropriate. Nuisance caused by stray animals. They cause jams as well as accidents. What are these things? These are not good things. Nuisance means problems created by the stray animals. We start this way, the content part, the body part. In the first paragraph, we draw the attention of the higher authorities through the columns of your esteemed newspaper. I want to draw the attention of the general public and the higher authorities towards the suffering of residents and pedestrians of Hillcart Road, Siliguri. In the first paragraph, you have requested the editor, and you have also mentioned your main point, the topic, the sufferings of the residents and the pedestrians of Hillcart Road, Siliguri. You expressed your desire that your views to be published in a newspaper. Then you start writing the facts. First you write the purpose of writing. Due to the nuisance caused by the stray animals, one can easily become a prey for accidents. One can notice stray animals on the road even during the peak hours of the day. Means details of the problem and what kind of problems people are facing. It is mentioned. They cause frequent traffic jams and accidents, and some other facts. Sometimes rows of stray cows block the road, causing great miseries. Then you write your opinion, you write what you have done and what you want. We have already written to the concerned authorities, but of no avail. Even a delegation of the residents met the deputy commissioner on last Sunday, but the outcome was not fruitful. So this is what you have done already, and then what you want from the concerned authorities, from the higher authorities. We hope the concerned authorities will take immediate remedial measures to deal with the nuisance. So this you want from the higher authorities, but you are conveying your message through the newspaper. You are writing, you are publishing your ideas. You want your ideas to be published in a newspaper so that the higher authorities may come to know the problems of the people and they take some immediate action. Complimentary close, yours truly, yours faithfully, you can see here. So this is the way of writing a letter to the editor. Another letter. You are Kamal, resident of F20 Carmel and Mount Road, Calcutta. You feel rash and reckless driving by the people in the city all around. Write a letter to the editor of the Statesman, Calcutta, about this problem with suggestions also. So this is about rash driving, a social problem. Your address, then date, then the editor, the Statesman, the name of the newspaper, and the place. So this is the way of writing format. Then subject, rash and reckless driving by the people. This is the issue on which you want to write a letter to the editor, and you have got this issue from the question. You can start directly also. In the first letter we have written through the columns of your esteemed newspaper, but here you can directly start. I would like to draw the attention of the concerned authorities towards the reckless and rash driving in the city through the columns of your esteemed newspaper. So rash driving, then you will write what is the problem we are facing, what are the problems people are facing because of this rash driving. Rash driving has become a craze among the youngsters. In their craze for speed, the reckless youngsters not only endanger their own lives but also the lives of other innocent people. It leads to the accidents every day. The car drivers go fast through thick traffic. They don't care about the bikes or the pedestrians. The bus drivers are always in a hurry to cover maximum number of trips. So these are the things you also experience, all these things in your daily life. Actually, the purpose of writing letters is that the development of your expression, you are able to express your ideas, your views, your experiences. You can share your experiences and you learn how to share your ideas with others. The bus drivers are always in a hurry to cover maximum number of trips. They overtake the other buses to pick up more passengers, and all present tense you are seeing. They overtake other buses to pick up more passengers without caring for the other people on the roads. Young men on scooters and bikes are rash by nature. Children, women and old people are the worst hit. See the language. The accidents cause loss to many innocent lives. So these are the facts you have given here, the problem the people face, and it is high time that the government and municipal authorities should adopt suitable measures. The traffic police squads should be brought in force to make challan of such rash drivers. Means you give your opinions and what government should do. Further, on every crossing there should be a provision of traffic signal or traffic police. The lawbreakers should be heavily fined. So this is the way you write a letter to editor. You give your opinion also, and thanks, yours truly. This is complimentary close. You write your name at the end. So I hope that you have understood how to write a letter to the editor. You should know the format, its body part, the division into paragraphs, proper indenting and use of punctuation marks. Thank you and have a nice day.